بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على خير المرسلين. ثلاث أمور ترفع قدرك عند الله سبحانه وتعالى ويتفاوت الناس أو يتفاوت المؤمنون: العمل والعلم والتقوى. العمل، الله سبحانه وتعالى يقول في القرآن: ولكل درجات مما عملوا. Three things will determine your level in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala: your deeds, knowledge, and taqwa, piety. Deeds, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala يقول وَلِكُلٍّ دَرَجَاتٌ مِمَّا عَمِلُوا. Each one of you will have their level depend on what they used to do. So, that's the currency on the Day of Judgment. The currency is your deed. To give you an example, if someone has $1 million and they travel to another country, and that country doesn't take dollars, and there's no currency exchange, that $1 million is worthless there. You become homeless. You cannot spend it. They don't take your money, and they don't change it for you. So if you come on the Day of Judgment, no matter how wealthy you are, if you don't have good deeds, because the currency on the Day of Judgment is your good deeds. So if you can be the richest person on earth, you come on the Day of Judgment, you're bankrupt. It's not accepted from you, because you don't have the currency that works on the Day of Judgment, which is good deeds. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَلَوْ أَنَّ لِلَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا مَا فِي الْأَرْضِ جَمِيعًا وَمِثْلَهُ مَعَهُ لَافْتَدَوْا بِهِ مِنْ سُوءِ الْعَذَابِ. So even if they had the earth worth of wealth on the Day of Judgment, will not be accepted from them, because that currency doesn't work there. So you good deed. So you spend your life accumulating good deed, because that's what works on the Day of Judgment. Al-Amal al-Salih. Second one, al-ilm. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala يقول في القرآن: يرفع الله الذين أوتوا العلم منكم درجات. Allah will elevate the one who are given knowledge levels, depend on their knowledge and depend if they apply that knowledge. It's not only enough to acquire knowledge, you have to apply it. That's why seeking knowledge is something important for us as Muslims to learn and continue to learn. Because how would you worship Allah? How would you have integrity and istiqamah in your religion if you don't have knowledge? And the last one is taqwa. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala يقول إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم. The most noble among you are the one who is taqwa. Have piety. And that's to work hard on yourself. Sometimes taqwa is not easy, it's a process. It's to get to that. And I'm going to give you an example how your level in taqwa makes a big difference. For example, in Surah Al-Layl, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَأَمَّا مَنْ أَعْطَى وَاتَّقَى وَصَدَّقَ بِالْحُسْنَى فَسَنُيَسِّرُهُ لِلْيُسْرَى. The one who give and have taqwa and believe in the good word of his Lord, Allah will make it easy for him. But in the same surah, he says, وَسَيُجَنَّبُهَا الْأَتْقَى الَّذِي يُؤْتِي مَالَهُ يَتَزَكَّى وَمَا لِأَحَدٍ عِنْدَهُ مِنْ نَعْمَةٍ تُجْزَى إِلَّا ابْتِغَاءَ وَجْهِ رَبِّهِ الْأَعْلَى وَلَسَوْفَ يَرْضَى. When he talks about al-atqa, so in Arabic language you have is like taqi, atqa, and al-atqa. It's like, for example, you see in English, for example, big, bigger, the biggest. So are there levels. So al-atqa is the highest level compared with taqi. So you say the reward of al-atqa, what was the reward of the atqa? That he will be completely away from Jahannam. He will not even feel it. It's completely. You know, because every one of us, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will have everyone see Jahannam at some point. They will park on over it. And the believer, Allah will rescue the believer. But al-atqa سيجنبها means he will not even have to deal with it. But then he gave a definition. Who is al-atqa? Who is the highest level of piety? He said, the one who gives his money. And he said, الذي يؤتي ماله. He didn't say, الذي يؤتي المال. يؤتي ماله means he gives his money. He didn't say he gives money. When he said his money, means he worked hard for it. And still he gave it for the sake of Allah. And he is very sincere because وما لأحد عنده من نعمة تجزى إلا ابتغاء وجه ربه الأعلى. He does it for the sake of his Lord. It is the sake of anyone. What was his reward? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَسَوْفَ يَرْضَى. He will be satisfied. So you can see the difference. Because if you have piety, yeah, your life would be easy. But if you have highest piety, you have the reward is much higher. So 3 things: your good deed, knowledge, and taqwa. You know, as you see, it's up for competition. You know, compete to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and depend on the effort that you put in this dunya, that will determine your status in the akhirah. It's not how much money you have or how much status you have in this dunya. That's worthless on the day of judgment. وَالْغِنَى وَالْفَقْرِ بَعْدَ الْعَرْضِ عَلَى اللَّهِ. Your status, whether you are rich or poor, after your judgment or after you stand before Allah, that at that time will be determined if you are rich or poor. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. الحمد لله رب العالمين.